Hi, my name is Emily Hill. I'm 28 years old and I am majoring in English with secondary education for Bachelor of Arts. And today I just want to talk with you a little bit about the different types of dispositions for education and how they will help me become a better teacher. So, a few of the dispositions that I believe I already have as far as my character goes are a few. I want to say the first one would definitely have to be high expectations. I expect nothing but the best when it comes to my personal life, with my family, and I will do the same with my students. I will let them know from day one, this is how it's going to be. I expect your absolute best work that they give me, and they're going to get the same with me as far as teaching goes. They'll get nothing but the best. Another one, I definitely have a big respect for diversity. It does not matter to me where a student is from, what their background is, anything like that. They're all there for the same reason, to learn, and I wouldn't judge anyone based on where they come from. So that's really important to me as far as teaching goes. Another one would definitely be curiosity. I am a genuinely curious person most of the time. I like to learn new things. I would encourage that with my students. I had several teachers throughout my high school education that were very curious, and that was their style of teaching. They would encourage us to ask questions and to just further our minds about things that we didn't understand, which I thought was very rewarding, and it's worthwhile to encourage students to do that. So that's definitely something I would have in my classroom as a teacher. Another one would definitely be compassion. I believe in kindness and compassion towards people. I don't like to jump the gun. I don't get angry easily. And if one of my students is upset or just struggling, I want to be compassionate. I want to be understanding. If they feel like they can't ask a question in front of their peers, then I want to encourage them, hey, I'm not going to judge you. Come and talk to me. I think that's very important for teachers, especially in the classroom. A lot of students may not know that their teachers care. They want to help them succeed. And I think compassion is a really big thing that can help with that. Lastly, I want to say honesty and the advocacy and dedication. I believe those are qualities that I have. I believe in honesty. It's very important to me. It's the first thing that I will ask my students of. I'll be like, just be honest with me. I'm going to be honest with you. If you don't understand something, if you're just confused, I'm here to help you. I want my students to know that my first priority is to help them, and honesty will get us there. And advocacy and dedication, I'm a very dedicated person. If I start something, I see it through, and I want my students to see that quality, and I want them to learn from it and maybe absorb a little bit from it. And I want them to see that, if you work hard and you push through with that dedication, you'll be rewarded. So I believe that's something you definitely want to keep when you're teaching, especially, younger students, because they need to see that as an example. Next, I want to say some of the qualities, dispositions that I believe that I could definitely improve on if I don't already have them. The first one would be probably reflection. You want to be able to look back and ask yourself, how did I do? Was this okay? What's something I can change about that? And I know that's hard for some people, definitely with me, because I'm a very harsh judge when it comes to my own actions. I'm my biggest judge, and with reflecting on that, sometimes if I don't do it, it can come back badly on me. So that's something I definitely want to work on. Another one would be with professional conduct and fairness. You want to be fair. You want to try to work with your students, but it can be difficult, especially if you're in a situation where your students, if there's an argument going on in the classroom or a disagreement of any type, and you weren't there to see all the facts. So it can be hard to be fair towards them, but it's definitely something that you want to work on. And I would say don't be afraid to ask teachers who have been teaching longer than you, who've had situations like that, so that you can learn and they can show you, hey, this is maybe something, an approach you can take to better yourself on that. So that's something that I'm definitely not afraid to ask for help is, hey, help me understand how to change this, how to make myself better. So I believe those are definitely some dispositions I can work towards to better myself, because I want to be the absolute best that I can. Finally, I believe that qualities that professional educators should always display would be you want to have a desire to teach all of your students. I know it can be very easy to single out maybe certain students, whether it's one student or a handful that you just see, oh, they're slacking, they don't care, they don't want to. Don't give up on those students. You never know the impact you can make if you show them that it doesn't matter if you feel like you can't do this, I'm here to help you and I'm not going to give up on you. You could be the teacher that turns that student's perspective of how they see themselves when in regards to schoolwork. You could change that viewpoint, how they see themselves. So I think that's important. You wanna also take the time to see that your students are learning. If, go the extra mile. If you see a student struggling, say, hey, why don't we work together? Let me help you. Let's do some extra study time. Let me take this at a different approach, a different angle. Maybe you don't learn the same way as the other students, but that's okay. I'm going to find the way that you learn best and I'm going to work with you on it. I'm not going to give up on you. And to me, that can say a lot too. So that's important to me. And finally, I want to say the ability to really connect with your students. I had a teacher in high school who it didn't matter what level of learning you were, if you were struggling, if you were far behind, or if you were ahead of everyone else in your class. She connected with each and every one of us in a great way. She was always so energetic, enthusiastic about what she taught. She really made us just throw ourselves into the work, and we were so eager to do it every day. It was a class that we were all so excited every day to go to, and I believe that that's important. You want your kids to see that enthusiasm about what you're teaching, because I believe in return it can give them an enthusiasm to learn. So I think that's really important for educators. So I'm just that is my video towards the dispositions to teach, and I hope you enjoy it, Mr. Larson.